And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
And he falls behind 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. And with that, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Nick Markakis is one of the game's best defensive outfielders. He's won a number of Gold Gloves. In fact, Markakis went 398 games without committing an error. That's phenomenal.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. One out, nobody on. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Markakis over to his right. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting sixth.
Jason Hayward will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Grounded up the first baseline. Freeman is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail this one 1-0. It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Wrigley Field. Chase Whitley set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Center fielder, number 11. Ender
Inciarte will get a second shot now. He worked out a walk to open the ball game. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2.
And after walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard to short. On to first, and there were two down.
Now batting, number 1.
Number 1 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, Why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves, but they're on top 1-0. Addison Russell will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
And he takes ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1-2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 9th, catcher.
Yu Darvish will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Murphy would be next. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Murphy.
Daniel Murphy will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Shot towards second. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They still trail 1-0. With Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning for Atlanta.
Freeman.
And, boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one.
I'm not sure that pitch would break a pane of glass. That is very tough for a big league hitter to wait that out.
Hit to first. Rizzo was there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The left fielder, number 23, Adam Duvall.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Duvall. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and so far, that's been the only real offense in this game. Good pitching we're seeing so far.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Comes set with the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
He didn't get the call there, but he's making some quality pitches on that outside corner.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Waiting on deck is Nick Markakis. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. On the ground up the middle. Gloved by Russell. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing in, the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. And this is low, ball 1. And a high strike there. It's 1-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
1-1. Here it comes. And Markakis lays off here. It's 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
2 out, nobody on. Bounce to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Atlanta leads it 1-0. Chris Bryant is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Smoke toward third. To his left, Gosselin. Throw on to first, and 1 third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
First baseman, number 44.
So 1 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Lays off 1-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Rizzo is retired. 2 down now.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber Digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Ready with the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We played 4 full. It's the Braves 1 and the Cubs nothing. Tyler Flowers will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
In there at the knees, strike one. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
1-1.
Cut fastball above the letters, a ball and a strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
And I don't think that's where he wanted that two-seamer to end up. That thing leaked right back over the heart of the plate.
Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets him started.
Phil Gosselin will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Nope,
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
1 strike.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Down the third baseline. Oh, and forget the double play. It's under his glove.
Textbook start to the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this 1-run lead.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Swanson is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside, 1-0. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw not in time as he just sneaks in there, and it's a double steal.
These are the kinds of chances you can take when you're already up by a run. Here, I doubt they were expecting to see this. I know I wasn't. And it works out for him as both guys move into scoring position now.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
Well, this is a pretty hard-hit ball, and I thought for a second that he might have had a shot at the plate. But he thinks about it for a second and takes the sure out instead, and that allows that runner to come in and score.
Chase Whitley will stand in with a golden chance here to help himself out with a runner at third.
And he knows this is a definite strikeout situation. So the big key here is, at the very least, find a pitch you can put in play.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's Ender Inciarte. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Men on third with two down. Hit hard back up the middle. But the inning will continue as that's through for a two-out hit. And to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-0 game.
Oh, just a great approach there to get him an RBI on the base hit. And with the way their guys throwing the ball, 3 runs might be enough to do it.
Number 1 will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Freddie Freeman digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Mike Montgomery is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Freddie Freeman steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Leading off the inning, Ian Happ, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Looking up is Inciarte. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Cubs are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
The right fielder, number 22.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Ready on 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 2-2 pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Sent toward first. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Shortstop, Addison Russell.
Addison Russell digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. Here's the 1-1 delivery. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Stepping in now, number 7, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Hit hard to short, and a reach for the backhand, but he can't get the glove on it as it gets right by him.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
And it appears as though we'll see a pinch hitter now as the switch hitter Ben Zobrist has grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Runners are at first and second with one away. Swing and a little blooper to center. Swanson onto the grass. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting.
Daniel Murphy will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. Throws there, and he is out on a beautiful throw as he just came up firing that time.
Posed.
But the Cubs do get one. Justin Wilson will get the call here as he'll start the sixth inning on the mound.
Number 37, Justin
Adam Duvall will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play. Sometimes that's half the battle.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. And it's quickly 0-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
And here's that sequence once again right here on Show Track. Now, normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he'll take a look at ball one. That evens it up 1-1. 1-1, here it is. And Markakis lays off here. It's 2-1. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Schwarber. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
the batter, catcher, Tyler Flowers.
Tyler Flowers will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like this. You get into a hole, and now you don't know what to look for. He's got 4 pitches he could turn to here.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1 and 2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Chris Bryant will stand in to lead things off as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
And now it looks like the right-hander Peter Moylan is up to throw in the Atlanta bullpen. scorched to third. Gosselin is up with it, 1 away.
First baseman.
And, you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in again. He lined out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time up.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get back to the swing he put on the ball in his first at-bat. He got himself a nice, solid line drive that just didn't fall.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped high in the air. Freeman on the move. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting,
Kyle Schwarber will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Right side hit hard, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, just a nice job of hitting that time. You can see he's got a strong top hand there, and he just hooks this one into the hole for a 2-out single.
Standing in now, Ian Happ, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And there's ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. And that misses 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Jason Hayward strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. And a relay to the plate. And he is under the tag of Flowers, safe at the plate.
This team's got plenty of guys who can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but these straight singles will do the job as well.
So striding in, Addison Russell, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. So the 3 straight hits have that man right there perhaps assessing his options.
3 straight 2-out hits, too. That makes any move a little more complicated.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
Three and 0 now. Some anxious moments now in that first base dugout.
Yeah, he cannot be liking what he's seeing, that's for sure.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And he gets the call there, 3-1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
And the count will be full. Trying to hold the lead. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Well, you know he wanted that pitch out there on the mound. I think it was probably a strike, but it doesn't really matter now. You have to let that pitch go, just forget about it, and concentrate on the next one.
Out of the Braves dugout is their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he'll leave this mess for the bullpen as 3 runners are his responsibility. Peter Moylan will get the call here in a big spot as he inherits a bases-loaded jam with 2 men out. Number 7 steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Weak roller right side. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. 7th inning coming up. Phil Gosselin is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. That's inside. 2-0. 3-0 now.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And no doubt about this one, it's in there. 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
3-2 now.
And that looked like he went after ball 4. Maybe he's thinking that it's too close to take, but looked pretty obvious to me.
Line drive to left. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th. Swanson will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Hot shot towards the hole. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Number 8 will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Pedro Strop will come on now in an awfully tough spot as there are 2 on here with nobody out.
Pedro Strop. Now batting, number 8.
Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. Underhanded flip.
Now batting.
Striding into the box, Ender Inciarte. He singled his last time up. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. It's there in plenty of time. He's out trying to steal third as they get the lead runner here.
Now that play is going to change the complexion of this inning for sure. Now all of a sudden you've got 2 outs and a runner at second base, so you may have just handed this pitcher a lifeline.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Sent on the ground out to second. Zobrist is there. Throw in time and the side is retired. So no runs here on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Get out the microphone. Stretch time here at Wrigley. Atlanta leads it 3-2. Darren O'Day will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Leading off the inning, Ben Zobrist, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Squared that one up just a little late. This is line to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Making a bid here to get on base is the potential tying run. But this ball just didn't want to drop for him and winds up finding the outfielder's glove.
Tommy La Stella will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. On the ground up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Well, I'll tell you, a side armor is a lot easier to deal with if you're a left-handed hitter. Here he's able to see the ball all the way in, and then he just rips it for a solid single.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Chris Bryant. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Fly ball out to right field. Markakis moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
First baseman
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Ball 1. And that's too high, ball 2.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now.
Oh, and that's a dangerous pitch right there. But in the end, it worked out well for him. I don't think he was looking breaking ball, and that turned out to be a beauty.
And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. A runner on first with 2 away. And a foul pop behind the plate. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Jesse Chavez will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Jesse Chavez.
Number 1 stands in.
Leading off for Atlanta, second baseman, number 1.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th. Freddie Freeman stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well hit by Freeman as this one's in the air to deep right field. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, for a relief pitcher, he hasn't given him a whole lot of relief. That's back-to-back singles now since he showed up, and he's in a peck of trouble now.
Adam Duvall is at the plate as he watches ball one.
Even though this is still just a one-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground and reined in one away. Nick Markakis will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? The second for one. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Sam Freeman is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Leading off the inning, Kyle Schwarber, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
You got to be a little more restrained here leading off an inning. That's a big run if you can get on base, and you don't want to give away an opportunity by chasing bad pitches.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's full 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. Crowd gets up for the 3-2 down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch on its way. Grounded to first. Freeman's got it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. Anibal Sanchez will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning.
Number 27.
Ian Happ will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
And now he gets to face some fresh meat. He's already got 1 homer in this game, remember.
He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. Yeah. 1-0 pitch is a splitter in there. 1-1. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 22,
Jason Hayward gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Sanchez is ready. Here's the first pitch. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
And like most guys, the further ahead in the count he gets, the more dangerous he becomes. He's going to lock in on one pitch, one zone, and he'll hurt you if he guesses right.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. It's well placed, maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Here's Addison Russell. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And from his knees, he got him. Boy, all arm there as this side is retired. Cubs strand 1. Still a 3-2. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Tyler Flowers, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Brendan Morrow will come on now and try to keep this deficit from getting worse.
Number 15, Brandon Morrow.
Striding in to start the 9th, Tyler Flowers, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Wilson Contreras is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
Into the box, Phil Gosselin. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. Into the windup and the pitch. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Line drive to center field. Another base hit. How about the game he's putting together? Now 4 for 4 in this one.
Now batting,
Swanson gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. And Morrow uses the fastball to get ahead. It's 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Skied into straightaway right. And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2. Number 14 will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And that one swung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1.
He might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get one at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
Grounded back up the middle. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. One left for Atlanta, but they still lead it 3-2. Arodys Vizcaino is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
38, Arodys Vizcaino.
Javier Baez will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Down and away, ball one. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
He's really off to a tough start in this series. Remember, he had the hat trick in Game 1 yesterday, and now he's got another strikeout here. Sometimes when you get in a rut like this, they're not always easy to climb out of.
Ben Zobrist stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Well, pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Flowers has it. Throw to first will be in time to get him. And the Braves have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road as this one is over.
Well, you know, it winds up taking 6 pitchers to get it done, but they do get the victory in the end, and so that's all that matters.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you, and he came on to slam the door shut.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Braves are